Hello everybody, Road Warriors 627 here, and welcome back to another racing preview video. First video in a long time. Maybe it's 'cause we have this freaking virus that's tormenting the world right now, and we want to send our thoughts out to everybody that's had to deal with this stupid thing. And we also want to express our condolences to the connections of La Verdad, one of our favorite horses who unfortunately passed away earlier this week. So today I am doing a preview of the ninth race at Gulfstream on Saturday and the 10th race at Churchill on Sunday, May 16th and 17th, which should have been Preakness weekend, but I can't do it alone. Joining me today is the wonder kid of horse racing, Sammy Roseman.
How are you? Hopefully everybody's staying safe.
Yeah, thank God, so far so good. Alright, so we're first going to dig into the ninth race at Gulfstream on Saturday. It's called the Powder Break Stakes. That must have been a really funny name of a horse. A mile on the turf for fillies and mares 3 and up. Alright, let's run through the field.
All right, the first horse in the field is number 1, Nor Sahara. Irad Ortiz Jr., Chad Brown, 7-2, Morning Lion. This horse is off a layoff from September 18th, 2019, and it just did not do anything in that race. Lost by 11 lengths. But he did run some good races in early 2019, winning the He ran okay in the stakes races. He only lost the Prix de Dion Longies by 4 lengths, which is not that bad. But Irad chose to ride this horse over at 8, which means something. So,
Absolutely means something. Shaky record overseas, but I've seen Chad pull this move so many times with foreign shippers, and IRAD on the grass is about as good as it gets nowadays. So, highly considered.
mhm. Number 2 is Jakarta, 20-1, Edgar Zayas, Mike Maker. This is I just don't like this horse at all. This horse is a cross out, running a Penn National sprinting, and ran on the turf at 5 furlongs. I don't know what it's going to do at a mile. Just hard to trust that horse in this race. Ran a nice 94 speed figure, but I just can't take this horse.
Only the second start on the grass, but one wire to wire in the only grass race here at 5 furlongs. This is a major step up. Another 3 furlongs stepping up to a stakes race, but won comfortably last time. Mike Maker is doing very well right now. If I'm going to use any horse as a real long shot in here, this is the one I'm going to use.
Number 3, Bella Cio. This horse is not going to get in because I don't think unless it rains that bad on Friday tomorrow, this horse is just not getting in the race.
Yeah, there's a system off the coast, but I think they keep this race on the grass.
The 3 is scratch. The 4, Valedictorian. It's hard to pronounce.
Valedictorian.
Valedictorian. That's a weird name to pronounce. Like that.
I was
This horse?
valedictorian in middle school.
Oh, I just can't remember. This horse? This horse? I remember this horse. This horse just loves to go to the lead, and if you let this horse walk, he's gonna let you pay for it and take you gate to wire. He ran. Yeah, he's been running. He hasn't ran the best races of 2020, but I like that race on. He ran a decent race last year on March 30th at Gulfstream Park in Sand Springs. Luis Saez or Tyler Gaffrey was on that horse. It was way better last year, early last year. I just don't think he's the same. And I think him and the 5 are going to go to the lead, and I think they're just going to fade. Maybe the 5 can hang on, but I do not like that 4. I have him 4th.
Yeah, the 4, I think there's better options in here, especially better speed options. This horse doesn't hang around as well as some of the others in here, like the 5.
The 5, I think it's a better speed horse, 8-1, Amicia Jaramillo, New York trainer Danny Gargan. I think this horse actually has a pretty good shot in this race. I think this horse is a little quicker. The fractions are a little quicker than a 4, and I think it's just a little bit better of a horse. So I think if you're gonna have a horse go gate to wire, it's gonna be your 5 in this race.
I completely agree. Definitely has the potential to control the pace if she's left alone. I originally wanted to pick this horse on top in here, but I don't think the pace is going to be slow enough. Gargan's doing really well, hitting at 30%. That's just fantastic.
Hmm.
Maybe a little too fantastic. I don't know if he's ever come under scrutiny for things, but we've seen legitimate trainers have 30% meets before.
Number 6 is Great Sister Diane. 20-1 Miguel Vasquez. The trainer is 13%, 10%. At a will take charge, but like this horse just really just I feel like it's just way too outclassed for this competition.
Yeah, this is actually a drop-in class in here, but there's so many other horses in here with better figs. It's a pass for me.
Valiance, the horse that's going to get the most overbet in this race. 6-1. Nick Waters is an interesting choice, but there's no other jockeys there, so did ride it last time.
Yeah, that mass exodus to Churchill Downs.
I feel like if there was a better jockey there, I think they would have replaced him.
Yeah, probably. This is a huge layoff. Perfect so far in the career, 3 for 3. But I think there's better value in here and better
He was
chances too.
650,000, so they must think something high on this horse.
At
But
least at
I
one
just
time, yeah.
hasn't done anything wrong yet, though.
That's true.
But Todd Pletcher's their trainer, but he's better on the dirt, way better. This horse is not a toss for me, but he's not the horse that I'm going to pick to win. He's think third in my I picked him third. 8 is Tap It Today. 9-2 Dylan Davis, Chad Brown. This horse ran a nice third last time, February 8th, but that was against tougher and it lost to Starship Jubilee and Magic Star. I remember picking Magic Star last year in her debut. She's a pretty good filly. Chad Brown, trainer out of Tap It. So is a 7. Chad Brown, the best turf trainer in horse racing. But 30% off 90 days layoff, but that's Chad Brown. This horse, I think there's better horses in this race, but if you want value for a Chad Brown horse, pick the 8.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how the 1 and the 8 are bet in here and which ones bet more. This horse really, you don't, the 1 horse is the unknown. The foreign horse coming in here.
Mm-hmm.
This horse, at least you know, has run some good numbers here in Florida. He's got good numbers at Tampa and at Gulfstream last time out. So if the bettors take the safe option, this horse is going to be shorter than the 1 horse. But if they pick IRAD just because he's IRAD, they're going to bet the 1. It's going to be very interesting. Very good fig last time, 97. Dylan's riding this horse. He's not having great success down in Florida. I can't wait to see him get back to New York and
Number
take some of these guys to school back in New
number
York.
9 is Goodbye Brooklyn. How about we just pass on this horse? No shot in this race, in my opinion.
I always liked this horse when he was back running at Belmont and Saratoga, but he's in way too deep here.
Way too outclassed. Got Stormy, my top pick. She is back. I was talking about this. This horse should be in the Shoemaker Mile, but it interests me why this horse is in this $75,000 stake race. She would have been the favorite for the Shoemaker Mile, but anyways, I think she just Louise Size gets on this horse. Him and Mark Hassey team up for 43%. Mark Hassey's not having the best of meetings, but this horse I think is just a little bit better than everybody else. Ran a nice second in the Breeders' Cup Mile, 4-star Dave winner. The race at Del Mar. What's that race at Del Mar? It's like shortened up. Matricara or something?
Matriarch.
Matriarch. So this horse is a multiple-time Grade 1 winner and has came second in multiple times in a Grade 1 race. I think this horse is just a little bit better. And she's going to be my top pick in this race.
My only concern with God Stormy is that she's lost her last 2. She ran real good last time, got a 98. I don't want to see good horses like this lose 2 races in a row, though. I don't like that. It's very puzzling to me why Gaffleone decided to go to Churchill Downs early and not ride this horse. And this horse is not going to run if there's significant give in the ground. Mark Cassie's already said that. So if it's good, if it's on the more yielding side of good or worse than that, this horse is just going to get scratched. If it's a firm turf, if it doesn't rain that much, this horse is obviously the horse to beat. I'm not. Uh, I'm not going against that, but if she wins, I lose.
Yep. And number 11, WW Fitzy, 20-1. She's the dirt horse. She's not. She's. I don't know why we're in this race.
She's got a few all-weather starts further back, but outside post, first time grass. Uh, Good workouts, particularly the last one, but not for me. Could get hung out wide. Not interested.
7 for 13. That's a good thing. But those were against weaker competition coming at Arlington Park, which is not the worst. Hawthorne, which is pretty bad, and FP, which I believe is Fairmont.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that either.
Yeah.
All right, so we ran through the field. Here's our selections.
My selections is number 10, Got Stormy. She's a little bit of chalk. She's going to get over bet a little bit. So if you don't want to pick her, I would go with the 1 at 7-2 with IRAD. The horse is probably going to be around probably about the 5-2 second choice. But I can see maybe Got Stormy won't get over bet. These two might be like 2-1 together, and the rest of the field's like 7-1, 6-1.
Yeah, you don't know how they're going to play this race. This is a very wide open race.
I picked number 1, Noor Sahara, second. So I picked Valiance, third. I just don't think it's going to be 100% form. But I'm just not going to take the chance with an undefeated horse and not putting it in the money and end up winning. So I'll pick that horse third, and I have the
Valedictorian.
Valedictorian fourth. If you want to have a long shot pick in this race, I would go with the 5, Silver Kitten. But I just think there's better horses. But if you want value, go with the 5.
Okay, sounds good. In this race, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't even really make picks. I'm more going to key in around 5 different horses. I'm actually going to bet a lot in this race, a lot more than I usually do. Make several bets, mostly consisting of exotics. My key horses are going to be the 1, the 2, the 5, the 8, and the 10. The 1 is that Chad Brown Invader from overseas, first time Lasix. If I was going to make a top pick, I'd pick the 1. The 2 is that long shot for Mike Maker. The 5 is that horse, Silver Kitten, who can wire the field. The 8 is Chad's other horse, who's 9-2. I can't wait to see how they're going to bet the 2 Chads. That's, to me, is the most interesting part of the race. And the 10's Got Stormy. So here's my picks. I'm going to lean on Got Stormy not showing up in here. And I'm going to play a 50-cent triple 1-8 over 1-8-5-10 over 1-2-8 1-2-5-8-10. That's $9. I'm going to play $1 exact the box with the 2 Chads, 1-8. I'm going to play 2 dime supers, 1-2-5-10 and 1-8 and 1-5-8-10. All this is on the screen. And then I'm going to play $1 to win on the 2 just as a saver. In case that horse shows up, I get my money back. This is a wide open race, and I'm going to approach it with a very wide open strategy. I'm not singling in on anybody. I want some kind of spread here, and I'm kind of leaning on the 4 and the 7 and the other shorter prices that are in here not showing up. And hopefully Got Stormy doesn't show up to her full potential either. But still involved in the super boxes in case she comes out on top. We still have a chance with those. I believe it's $16.80 altogether, those bets. So that's what I'll be playing in this race on Saturday. All right, so now we're going to move on to the 10th race from Churchill. This is an allowance feature, $84,000 5.5 furlongs on the grass. We're very happy Churchill Downs is now open. Features two very prominent horses, Four-Wheel Drive and Chimney Rock. Go ahead, Sammy, take it away.
Number 1 is Four-Wheel Drive. Irad Jr. getting the post 1 in both of our races. This horse, the one thing about this race is you have to handicap this race twice if you're handicapping the race, because it might go on the dirt, it might be on the turf.
Yeah, there's rain in Louisville expected.
But this horse, we haven't seen him since he won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint. He won that race pretty impressive. Has never raced an allowance race. Broke his maiden. I remember that race when he broke his maiden at Colonial. Irad Jr., fun fact, was actually named on that horse, but he didn't go. I think he was riding at Saratoga. And George Vargas Jr. rode that horse. If this horse gets in, it's going to be the favorite, and it's going to be tough. But the layoff concerns me a little bit, and can he go from 2 to 3 and still be the same?
Yeah.
That's my concern.
This is
if this is off the turf,
Go
you
ahead.
scratch him.
Yeah.
If this is off the turf, he's scratched.
This is the horse to beat on the grass. Here's the thing. I don't know if they scratch him for one simple reason. He's by American Pharoah. American Pharoah loved the slop. So did Pioneer of the Nile, his sire. So I don't know if they scratch him completely. If there's a 100% chance that happens. But I am leaving him out of my dirt picks for this race. If it's on the grass, he's the horse to beat. I put him third. Just going to try to beat him with somebody else. I never liked the inside post in sprint races.
The one thing about him too is I think they might have to run him on the dirt, because if they're planning to go to Royal Ascot, how are they going to run him? They're not going to run him off a 5-month left.
Hold on.
They probably want to get racing.
Can I just interrupt with something? Stop sending American horses to Royal Ascot. Okay? If any trainer watches this video, you guys are really, really dumb. I'm telling you. This is just a complete personal opinion, but we have great races over here. What, you want to go run 10th over there and feel that that's an accomplishment? No, run here and try and win.
I think we've won like once.
I just had to get that out
years.
of my system. I don't understand why Royal Ascot's such a big thing.
It's really just Wesley Ward.
Yeah.
And he's been getting demolished at Gulfstream. Yeah, I wouldn't go to Royal Ascot, but they're planning to. I don't know how he's gonna run. I don't think he's gonna run well there. I just don't really like him.
They bring everybody from everywhere over there. It's nuts. It's like Saratoga, but worse.
And he might have to face Pintaboo. He might go down as one of the best turf sprinters of all time. He is just that talented. And Four-Wheel Drive is not going to beat him. So what's even the point?
Keep him over here. Run him in turf sprints at Belmont. Those are always good. Run him there.
Yeah. Number 2, Alec and Arthur. He's had some nice workouts recently. A lot of bullets. Yeah, but his workouts haven't been the fastest. He ran that workout. Never mind. Workout on April 18th. That's as fast as it gets. 46-1.
And that's handily from the gate. So they gave him gate experience too. The last two have both been bullets, but they're pretty slow.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Rodosio Downs? RSD?
It's probably a training track.
Oh, okay.
His horse, he's a dirt horse, but I can see why they're trying to turf. It actually went off on the turf last time. He hasn't ran since November, but he might have a chance if it goes on the dirt. Turf,
The breeding's there. The breeding's there for the turf, but the figs aren't there. I don't know. A lot of horses, they just totally change when they get on a different surface, but I don't know. Top fig from this horse is an 80. Very inconsistent. I'll pass.
He in the second turn in one race in the Bashford, manner, he didn't even finish the race. He was beating 43 lengths in the second turn. They eased him up. That's how bad he ran. There had to be something wrong in that race. Anyway, number 3. This horse interested. This horse, if this horse was about to be my top pick. I'm still debating, but I think I'm gonna make this horse my top pick. I like this horse, Guild's Man, Joel Rosario, on this horse, which tells me something. And the horse, 5 furlongs, which is a little bit too short for him, but going out to 5.5, he might be tough.
He very well could be. I picked this horse second in here. Second start in America, ran well on the turf last time out. Before that was overseas. Seemed to run okay. I'm giving him a pretty good shot in here if this race stays on.
Number 4, Jack and Noah. Tyler Gaffalione chose to ride this horse. We haven't seen him since that race. You can pretty much scratch out from last time. Is a little bit over a mile. Give me a second. I'm back. He just faded. That race was way too long for him. And that 84 buyer, that's a little bit too low, but I could see why it was deserved. Going to 5.5, if he gets loose, he has a good shot if he can get loose, but there's other speed horses in this race, and I just think there's going to go with him, and there's better horses than him in this race.
Yeah, he's got one good race at Aqueduct. That's really all he has. I didn't think he was good enough for me in here.
Number 5, Race Driver. This horse might be tough on the dirt. He won at 5.5 going at Fairgrounds. John Oxley owns his horse, $290,000 as a yearling. Marcassi, this is the better Marcassi horse. Him and Florent Giroux meet up at. They only have one start in the last 60 days together, but they're usually pretty good together. If this horse can sit a nice trip, he could get up for third. Some decent turf numbers in his pedigree. I just think there's better. But he has faced against some good horses before. Complexity. Oh, no, that's not Complexity. Lynn's Map, Mr. Monomoy, Blackberry Wine, Digital, Chestertown. Those all were all contenders for the Triple Crown and still are.
Yeah.
Accession. So he's faced some good horses. Gold Street too. Continue.
I think he wants to go longer on the dirt, though. That's my only problem with him if this race comes off. He ran okay on the grass last time, but the 85 doesn't compare well to the rest of the field. And if they run on the dirt, I think 5.5 is too short for him.
Yes. Unless it's cheaper competition.
Yeah. Number
6, Hopeful Treasure. Kendrick Carmouche shipped in to ride his horse, so might be something. And you have to give this something too. Kendrick Carmouche and Michael Pino, they're undefeated together. They're 100%. Can't really complain about that.
Wow, I didn't even see that. I did pick this horse on top.
1 for 1, but it's still they haven't lost together.
Oh well, it's just one. All right.
But they still haven't lost.
Yeah, this horse has never run on the grass before, but the pedigree, look, you got Giant's Causeway in there. This horse should be able to run on the grass, and if this horse runs on the dirt, it's going to be tough too. I'm picking this horse whether race is on the grass or not.
I like that race last time. I like that race. That 6 furlongs at Aqueduct, that horse just went clear.
Yeah, I'm putting a win bet on this horse. This is the only horse I'm playing in the whole race.
Number 7 is Bango. Rafael Bejarano, 2 for 42 on the turf. Oh, 2%. George Foley, 23%, is 22% in 2020. The horse, if this race is on the mud, he's going to be a little bit tough. First time turf. Yeah, all right, workout. He's been running against way tougher competition. Like, he should never been in a comped. But they brought him to a race where he was going to win last time, and he won. I just think, if it's on the dirt, I might consider him. But on the turf, there's better horses.
As far as I go, this horse is a little bit on and off. A little too on and off for me. Sharp workout last time, but 2.5 weeks ago. This horse hasn't had a workout in 2.5 weeks, unless there's one that's updated. Maybe he worked out today. I don't know. We are handicapping 3 days in advance, so maybe he gets one last little thing in. I'm not enthused. I'm skipping this one.
Number 8, Mavin, who's been running overseas. Manny Franco is riding this horse. Interests me why. I don't think he's riding on Saturday, but he comes in on Sunday. Well, interesting. Another
Interesting, yeah.
American Pharaoh horse, Wesley Ward. He actually won overseas. I remember that, and everybody was a little bit overhyping him. Won at Aqueduct. Just we haven't seen him since July. That's 10 months. Like
Huge layoff, yeah.
way too long. Unless you're a superstar like Bricks and Mortar or something really good, it's gonna be hard to win. So I'm gonna pass on this horse.
I couldn't have said it any better.
Number 9 is the Gray Blur. This horse is more of an allowance horse. I just don't like it. And ran into Pilgrim, lost to Structure. We still haven't seen Structure this year. I don't know where he is.
One of the few Breeders' Cup winners I did pick.
I didn't pick that horse either. I forget who I picked. I just don't like this horse. The 85 speed figure. It's gonna need to run a race of his life.
Yeah,
Just a little too outclassed.
good stats off the layoffs. Uh, the horse is underwhelming though. I can't say much.
Simon Cameron, we could just skip over that horse.
Yeah, no thanks.
I don't think the jockey's ridden since 2000. Like he hasn't ridden all year.
One last time out, the layoff is huge.
Yeah. 11, Chimney Rock. Another horse that I considered. They got him second or third. I like Jose Ortiz on this horse. I like that he won that race on the dirt. I like that.
Yeah, I did too.
I think he's more of a dirt horse, to be honest.
Very well could be. Yeah, that was a $100,000 stakes race.
And he won, but he's really good on the turf too. He's a horse you should use. He's gonna be tough. If this race gets off, he's gonna be I'll say about 6-5, 2-1. He'll be your favorite, but he looks pretty good, and he's a pretty good shot.
Sure, yeah. I think the 97 from the Breeders' Cup, that figure, I think that's a little high. I don't that Santa Anita turf course is over. He's blazing fast, so I never believe the figures from there. If he shows up the way he did last year, though, he ran really good on the grass last year. Only problem, always on the firm ground. He ran on good ground last time out and finished fourth. I don't know if he's gonna like the off turf. He does have the win on the dirt, though. I picked him fourth on the turf and second on the dirt, just out of respect.
Another thing to him is we haven't seen him since January.
Yeah.
But
Me,
that race
don't like
was a
layoffs.
mile on the turf.
Yeah, so this would have to be a cutback then.
Yeah.
And he did hang around. Yeah, I didn't really see that. He did hang around for a while.
Yeah. And number 12 is Betcha I Will. Nice name, but this horse is just a dirt horse.
Yeah.
But he ran a nice 91. I would give him credit for that. But we haven't seen him since December.
Inconsistent, long break, might get stacked wide. Yeah, no thanks. One good race there, but not for me.
The one horse that I'm really high on, if he gets in, is Hopcat. I really like this horse. I'm really high on him. He ran. I remember looking at that Gulfstream race, and I was like, if this horse, he broke his maiden last year by 8 lengths. But I said, if this horse wins this race by at least a length, then you know he has something. He's pretty decent, and he won by a length. Wasn't the best field, but he still won. And that 95 speed figure is pretty good. And I think if this race goes on the dirt, he's gonna be super tough.
Yeah, if this race is on dirt, I would use both MTOs. I'm not playing anything, like I said, besides the 6 to win, but if I was playing exotics, I would definitely use both MTOs, the 17 and the 18. None of the also eligibles really intrigued me. Maybe the 16, Johnny Unleashed has a shot. But yeah, I think the MTOs are the best of the also eligibles if this race comes off.
Yep.
All right, selection time.
I I originally had four-wheel drive, but I looked at the race again, and I think you're gonna get some good value with that 3 if this race stays on the turf, and I have to take that value. If you're gonna get like 8-1 on this horse, 6-1, 5-1, I got to take this horse. And I went. I think I've four-wheel drive third. I think he gets caught, and Chimney Rock comes up for second, and I have the 4 Jack and Noah fourth for my turf. My dirt selections, I went with Hopcat over Chimney Rock. I have him second in both. I went over Bango, and I went over the 5 over the 5 Race Driver.
Okay. On the grass, I'm picking the 6. I'm picking the 6 on top no matter what in this race. I'm going to put at least $5 to win on this horse. Hopefully the odds are pretty good. We don't know what the odds are going to be right now. I'm using your horse second. I really like your horse on the grass. And then I'm going to use the 2 favorites, third and fourth, four-wheel drive and Chimney Rock. So 6, 3, 1, 11 on the grass. If it has to be run on dirt, 6 still first. I'll put Chimney Rock for second just out of respect. I don't know how he's going to run on the slop. But he has the win over the dirt. That's good enough for me. And then the 2 main track only, 17 and the 18 in there as well. All right. Can't wait till Belmont opens. That's all I gotta say.
The one thing we need to add in this race is she is back. Monomer Girl is back, and that race she's gonna be 1-9. And the only horse I came up that could beat her in that race, Monomer Girl, was the 7.
Yeah, I might have to look at that race. I haven't looked at it yet. What is that, Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's gonna have to run like an 85 to lose this race, and I don't think she's gonna do it. But you never know.
No, she's something special. Maybe she lost a step. We don't know. Considering they're bringing her back off this long of a break, though, I doubt
But
it.
the workouts don't say that. She's been working out pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't wait to see her again. I'll be watching all day on Saturday because there's nothing better to do. Oh, also
Yep.
Saturday we're gonna know what day the Preakness is, and we're gonna see if Pimlico and NBC, because I know NBC's involved, if they're gonna screw over NYRA and they're gonna screw over the rest of the horse racing world by running the Preakness on October 3rd. That would be a travesty. It would screw up the whole Triple Crown. It would screw up the whole racing season. They should run it on September 19th, but I actually had a reporter from the Associated Press tell me on Twitter that that's almost guaranteed not to happen, which really upsets me. Anything else, Sammy?
No. Green light go. Maybe he can win.
Maybe.
That race.
Hey, he's got a good shot.
That race is just not competitive.
No.
6-5 morning line. I expect it to be way lower.
Yeah, I'm staying out of that. I'm staying out of a lot of races. The 2 we went over to me are the most interesting races I found from these 2
And then
cars.
next week we'll be back with the Churchill Downs stakes previews. Very good stakes races next weekend.
That's
the Matt
previews
Wynn?
for the Stephen Foster, right?
Stephen Foster's in June.
Yeah, but isn't it like a prep day for it? That's what I might have heard that on Twitter. I'm not sure.
There might be a race. I know the Tepin and the Matt Wynn.
Yeah, those.
Here, I'll
those
search
should
that
be
up
good.
for you. I'll search that up.
Yeah, well, we'll be back next week anyway, and hopefully we'll be covering Belmont very, very soon. I can't wait to play long shot speed horses on the grass. That'll be fun again.
The stakes races next week are are there's four. We got the Matt Wind, the Blame. Are you talking about the Blame?
No, I don't know exactly. I just saw on Twitter it was kind of like a preview day for the
The
Stephen
Shawnee, the
Foster.
War Chant, and the Teppan Stakes are the stakes
Because
races next
normally
week.
I don't look at Churchill Downs at all. Normally I just focus on New York because why should I care about
So
anywhere
Stephen
else?
Foster is
But
on June 27th.
my birthday.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right.
Tom's Day Tot.
Oh, really?
Tom's Day Tot? He's going to be there. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it'd be nice to see him again.
He's been so good. He's not
Yeah,
even
he
at his
has.
peak yet, in my opinion.
He's got good potential.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up now. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed our in-depth previews of the 9th at Gulfstream on Saturday, the Powder Break Stakes, and the Allowance feature at Churchill on Sunday. Hopefully they both stay on the grass. That's what we're hoping for. And we appreciate you guys listening. And as always, uh, don't be an idiot. Pay your bills first, especially during this time. The virus, the economy is going to shit. Pay your bills first. If you don't want to play, don't play. Just have fun by watching. And that's it. Thanks for listening, everybody.